What's up, expats and travelers alike?
We've been here for a little over a month now, so in this video we are going to share with you 4 things that we would do differently or we would change.
Stick around to the end where we also give you guys a couple of things that we would not do differently, and you're also going to see answers from our dog and our baby girl.
The first thing we talked about we would do differently is housing. A couple things with housing. One thing is I wish we had a washer. I think I would do that differently. You've seen how we've done our laundry out at laundromats. Also, with the SEF immigration thing going on, it seems like we need a 12-month contract, and right now we're in a short-term to mid-range term AL, so that might be something that we have to look into. Also, a big thing right now is it looks like it's pretty easy to negotiate prices and your terms, just because there are a lot of these types of housing. Also, something that I think we would do is we would negotiate more. It seems like there are a lot of these types of houses available, and negotiating is easier right now just because there aren't as many people filling those houses. So things like prices and the terms, things you want to include, different clauses would be easier. So I think we would do that differently.
The second thing is language. I think it would have been really advantageous for us to start studying a bit of European Portuguese. I mean, even with knowing some Brazilian Portuguese, the pronunciation is different enough. Actually, I would say it's so different that it's really beneficial to get your ears used to hearing the European Portuguese. I think it would have been really beneficial for us just so we feel like we could acclimate a little faster. You guys have seen me a couple of times try to pronounce things, and I'm supposed to be the one that's good at languages, so you can only imagine. But yeah, that would be the one thing that for me I would definitely do differently. I don't know if Kaylee agrees with me on that. I don't know if she would have studied, but I definitely would want to know more European Portuguese.
The next thing that I probably would have done differently, maybe not Josh as much, but is packing. He wanted to really stick to 1 check bag each. I feel like we could have done more, and I know you guys saw that we looked like we packed a lot, but we really didn't. We didn't ship anything either. We normally don't do that. So we probably could have packed another bag of winter clothes, because now it's starting to get a little cooler and we only have a couple coats. Also, I brought some dresses and skirts, and I haven't really needed those. So probably more winter gear would have been better. So that just means we have to go shopping. Sia, what would you have done differently? Would you have slept really well the first night instead of waking up at 11 p.m.?
Huh?
Pincho, do you need to get groomed? Yes, it's wet outside today, if you can tell by his whiskers. What would you do differently?
Nothing. He's just along for the ride.
All right, point number 4, and this is it's kind of slightly funny, but also something that I don't think a lot of people want to talk about: the seagulls. No, I'm kidding. So the thing that a lot of people probably don't want to talk about is the homelessness, at least in Porto. This probably happens in Lisbon too, the bigger cities. And B, the schemes, the different types of schemes that people try to pull to get money off of you. Without going into any like super concrete examples, you're just gonna see different like weird little schemes around the city that homeless people or not robbers, but just disingenuous people are gonna try to do to get coins off of you. They're gonna ask you for money. They're going to lay in the street and beg. There's a lot of different things they're gonna do, and I just wasn't prepared for that. I mean, we're coming from Singapore where we just don't ever see anything like that. A lot of people would, I think, culturally look down upon that in Singapore. It happens here, it is what it is. It happens in a lot of places around the world, but I guess in my mind, I just wasn't prepared for that, and I really wish that I was.
The biggest thing that I would definitely not change or do differently is living in Porto. I really love it here, and I remember it being amazing, and now that we're here, it is amazing, and I really like where we live, downtown, in the downtown center area, so I wouldn't change where we live in location and that we're in Porto.
What's so amazing about Porto?
I like the overall vibe of Porto. I think it's really pretty that there's the river that runs through, but then you're also close to the beach, so you have that aspect. And just kind of like the chill vibe of people downtown in the city and the buildings, and the people here are so nice. The Portuguese people are really nice. The Brazilians who live here are really nice. So I just overall really like the people here. I like the way the buildings look, the architecture, and the vibe. And we've been to a lot of places in Portugal, and I personally think that it's the best here in Porto compared to other places.
So what would I not do differently? I would still DIY the heck out of our travel here. I'm so glad that we did it, and I'm so glad that we had the opportunity to do it, because right now it's late November. People don't seem to have the opportunity to do it because of what's going on with COVID, and SEF is asking a bunch of stuff. We've made some content about that, but I'm glad that we were able to problem solve and to, I guess, find solutions for the different challenges that we've had. And the other thing is, the reason we were able to do that, I guess, is that we had plenty of time. We don't have our SEF appointment until January 21st of 2021. And right now we're talking about November 25th. We've been here over a month, a little over a month. So we've had plenty of time to DIY it and problem solve for ourselves and let you guys know that information. So I wouldn't change that.
And how expensive do you think doing it DIY was?
Well, obviously it was cheaper than having to do it some other way. Gosh, what was it? Like under $100. So, I mean, that's pretty good, I think.
So right now, we're just here having a drink. It's a bit rainy, but since the rain kind of stopped a little bit.
Trash.
Yeah, noisy. We decided to get out and get a little drink. Coffee, water, beer.
If you like content like this, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to stay up to date on what's happening.
And guys, listen, we have done this step by step for you all. So we have this video right here. If you guys are interested in moving to Portugal, click on this video right here, and it's gonna show you how we did it step by step. Now let's get moving. See you guys.
Bye.